If you listen carefully now, you will hear.
Reggae music gave Jamaica a certain superstardom, you know, the little island with the big music, you know, and if it wasn't for the music, Jamaica would be just a little island in the Caribbean with sun and sea and beach and little natives drinking coconut water.
Like what? Snapper, butter, lacta, tuna, Caesar, yada, cali, paper, barra, kuta, up front, to the ground cut. Look at the fish in a me dish. You like it? What the fish in a me dish? You can't boil and strain and fry.
I possess the touch, you love, I no mention the kiss. Caress your body from your kids to your lips, the girl them. Look how me drop them, say me fantastic.
Jamaican music is an expression of the people, and it's a melting pot of all the different ethnic influences that over the years developed to what we now call reggae. The rhythm comes from 500 years of colonialism, 500 years of trying to understand and trying to realize that there was a set of people taken from Africa and brought to the Western world here and created a sound that was uniquely theirs.
That's the name for what you'd call the folklore, indigenous, rural people music, where they would get together at things they would call quadrilles. It would be festivals, a lot of times dealing with the emancipation of slavery. Mentor with combination of other influence, especially rhythm and blues from North America. Mixed together, they used to call it rock and roll upside down. That's what I've heard Americans described it. Mixed together gave us ska.
This is ska.
South of Jamaica, down the beach runway. That's where the ska first began to play. Now as I wonder, how did it originate? Three little letters, they call it the ska.
Oh, well, this type of music now created out of me. There was no one before. It was pure foreign record and calypso. So when I at home composing my song, making those type of beat like ska, people used to come and full up my yard, some out of the fence, and people used to ask me what kind of music is that. But not even myself did know the name of it and they create something. So they used to call me Skahovia, so I create the ska. Yes.
We used to copy the American
What
blues.
happened is that this music basically was derived in the beginning. It's a cross-section of Jamaican mento, blending with the New Orleans rhythm and blues.
Yeah.
Skinga dinga 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 dinga. These guys, these old singers like
Garden,
Rascal Garden,
Lester Williams,
Fats Domino. You got
Louis Prima,
Louis Jordan.
Louis
Well,
Jordan.
if you listen to Louis Jordan now, it's like you're hearing reggae. Yeah. The real upbeat dinga 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 dinga.
Listen, Caledonia.
Caledonia?
Caledonia! What make your big head so hot?
They end on the down, we end on the up. So it was like turning that over, then adding the Jamaican mental flavor to it. And we come up with this thing we call ska.
1, 2, 3, 4. Well, last night Papa coming down, stood across the door. Mama said to Papa, "You're real gone clown. Easy snapping, easy snapping, easy snapping. But baby, why you jump and shout?"
Doorbells are ringing, all Jamaican are singing. What independence bringing? Independence let us home. Doorbells are ringing, that's the rally keep fighting to bring Jamaica to tidings.
Our independence was achieved at the stroke of a pen. It wasn't the result of revolution and fight and battle. And I think that expectations were too high, perhaps, that it would bring changes, especially in the lower strata, economically speaking. There's no independence. There's more of dependence. And even though we were supposed to get independence in the 60s, we have been colonized again. Not by Britain this time, but by America. So the music is actually saying, look here, we are not independent. As a matter of fact, we are even more in slavery now, mentally, than our foreparents were physically.
Negro, nigga, West Indian. They know which country I belong. Chinese, China. Indian, India. European, Europe. Negro, nigga, West Indian. They know which country I belong. Negro black, but Negro land, no. Nigga stupid, but stupid land, no. West yes, but I know Indian. Tell her which country I belong.
Even the tempo of the music reflects, to some extent, what people were going through at that time. You know, ska was a happy-go-lucky type of music. Rocksteady, which succeeded it, was a kind of lovers rock, sweet, nice time.
Before the ska came out, Rocksteady came in, and then I think what happened that the ska was fused on into Rocksteady. You know, yeah. Because I think the guitar is still playing the ska, you know, while the bass line is a Rocksteady line. It's like, you know, to have that rest in between the pattern.
Take it easy, take it easy, take it easy. No need to hurry.
You know, I'm basically an easygoing person. And I used to live, I was in Kingston at the time, and living in Kingston, I was walking on Aperture Road. Everybody was just going fast, moving, and I said, take it easy, no need to hurry. And I started to sing it. And there's a part I put in after to make it nice now. It said, say don't slipping, no sliding, no bumping, no boring. I want fair ride into town. If you fall from the race, it's no disgrace. Just pick yourself from off the ground. Take your time, take your time, take your time. No need to hurry. And that was it, you know.
I'm in a dancing mood. I'm in a dancing mood. When you feel the beat, you got to move. You got to move your feet. Got to clap your hands. You got on the soul. Deep down inside, 'cause you can't hide. You can't hide. You can't hide. I'm in that dancing mood. Oh, let me tell you, I'm in that dancing mood. Yeah, I'm in a dancing mood was one of my biggest. It was one of the first rock stage. You know what I mean? And that song, to be frank, you know, it's so loud. I got £50 doing that song for Mr. Clement Coxon Danby. Mr. Coxon. So it is. And after that, you know, no more royalties. And that song sold a lot and sold a lot, you know. And, you know what I mean? No others money, no royalties, no pounds, no dollars. Got to hold my corner. I'm in a reggae mood. I'm in a dancing, dancing, a dancing, a dancing, 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 dancing. I'm in a dancing. I'm in a dancing, dancing, dancing.
The thing about those days when we were making records, we wasn't thinking about money because we loved the music so much that we just wanted to just sing songs. We used to compete basically because like Ken Booth would have a tune out and you could look over for a Hopeton Lewis, a Alton Ellis, you could look for a Delroy Wilson, John Holt, we'd all have a song out at the same time. And it was like a good feeling just to be singing and recording music and people saying, boy, I love your new song and dancing. So after a while, you realize that, hey, this is show business, so you have to start taking the business aspect of it now. So you start to think financially that time. But that time it was too late because they already reaped most of it, you know.
Well, in the late 60s, the music started to change again. Because before you had ska, then rocksteady, now it was evolving into reggae. And the three main producers that can be credited for that are Lee Perry, King Tubby's, and Bonnie Striker Lee.
Yeah, I want to tell everybody, the whole world, this is the first reggae tune that was done in Jamaica. See it? It was done in 1968, right in Joke Reed Studio. I'm going to play it and make the whole world hear. Mama don't want bang around. Yeah, listen to it. This tune was done at Joke Reed Studio. Mama don't want bang around. It was Lester Sterling, Light Jammers, and Stranger Cole. I produced it in 1968 with the Aggravators. Reggae coming from the name Streggae. Streggae, we used to call the girls them Streggae, and the radio station didn't like it, you know. We used to call the rhythm Streggae before reggae. So, it's really the emphasis on the organ. And I said, make the organ go reggae, 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 and everybody like the name. And it become international, and a lot of people saying it's them. The original wax, you know. This is the great bangarang. All right? Yeah.
I still find that period, I say from about 1964 to 1968, 70 would be the renaissance of Jamaican music. That's where all these music you're hearing today, 90% of the rhythms were created during that period.
Them a loot, them a shoot, them a wheel. Ashanti town. Them a loot, them a shoot, them a wheel. Ashanti town.
Somewhere between the evolution of the music from ska to reggae, there was an era that they called the Rude Boy era. And it was really about rebellion against the cops. And a lot of the lyrics took that slant at that time.
Rude boys are soldiers, rebels. That's rude boys.
Rude boy. Rude boy is good in my knowledge, you know. Rude boy is good. I'm a rude boy. I want to do good things, you know. But bad boy, no. Kill people.
Don't hit me.
The Harder They Come, I think, was the first visual attempt to explain what this whole phenomena of reggae and somewhat Rasta, all that development that was coming out of here. Until I think that ended up becoming like a cult classic. That's how I think a lot of Europeans at first got their introduction to reggae. Then came Bob Marley with his signing to Island Records and doing Catch a Fire on that first tour. So if anyone has any kind of history about reggae, then Bob Marley going to be naturally the first one.
Now you are here, I say it's so clear to see what we could do, baby. Just me and you, come on and steer it up. Little darling, steer it up. Come on, baby. Come on and
He was born in St. Anne's. And he came from the country to town, and he came straight to Studio One. And you know, Studio One is like Jamaica's Motown. And that's where everything started. That's where I met him in 1964. Peter, Bunny, and Bob. And these were three militant, even at that tender age. And way back, you know, when they were all three militant brothers.
get up, stand up, stand up for your right. Get up, stand up, stand up for your right. One and all, get up, stand up, stand up for your right. Get up, stand up for your right. I say, preacher man, don't tell me heaven is on the dear. I know you don't know what life is really worth. It's not all that glitter is gold. Half that story had never been
I think why Bob is so known and remembered is on the strength of his lyrics. It was the only soapbox that you'd say the oppressed or poor people in Jamaica could voice their opinion, besides being just entertainment.
Get up, stand up, woo-hoo. Don't give up the fight.
The pioneers in reggae found an expression for oppressed people. And I think the beat goes back beyond generations. I think there's some mystery to the beat of this. And it's all about social injustice and oppression, being a society that has emerged from slavery. Always in the background was the Rasta influence and linking our origins to Africa and our religions to His Majesty.
There's a hard road to travel and a mighty long way to go. Is it Your Majesty? Came from Ethiopia, he visited us in Kingston, Jamaica, and these are the words he said. He said, Rasta unite and be strong, 'cause Africa's fight has got to be won. He said, brethren, unite and be strong, freedom to every nation must come. McGregor came to us and told us of our rightful future. He said, black and white, we almost unite. Where you hold you young, we must come together as one. Ooh, yeah. Oh,
The essence of Rastafari is black man redemption, seeing God in man and getting rid of this Eurocentric idea of Jesus Christ coming out of the sky, of God being white, angels white, heaven being white, everything good is white, everything black is evil. And understanding that Africa is for Africans, those at home and those abroad.
Rasta is not a religion, you know. Rasta is naturality. Dreadlocks is natural, is how people were meant to be. Even from Christianity, spiritually you could put that same feelings that you get from your grandfather, great-great-grandfather in Africa into the music. And rise as a Rasta man.
I miss a run, come rally, run, Rasta man can make we have some fun. Throw where you fall, run, come rally, run, Rasta man can burn the righteous ones. Oh yes, early in the morning when the sun is shining, yeah. There was Pharaoh sending peeping over, trying to capture I and thy brethren. Oh, now.
The chief message in our music is love, peace, understanding, repatriation, freedom for all people, which is basically the constitution that the United Nations functions from.
We not rap, we not play no ease up. Run, come a rally round, Rasta man camp, make we have some fun. Throw where you fall, run, come a rally round, Rasta man camp, we're the righteous ones. Whoa, now, now, now. Pharaoh is standing looking over, trying to deceive my people. No mercy for the wicked father. Them a go fall right down in a Babylon, yeah. I'm missing
Babylon is really a system. It's a harsh system to Rasta. Anything that's negative is Babylon. Anything that hinder one's growth or one's survival is an act of Babylon.
Oh, now, run, come a rally round, Rasta man camp, we're the righteous ones, yeah, now.
Rasta to me is a belief in love, in the nature, the law, how it was meant to be, not the written law, the unwritten law which is written in every human being when they're born. That's why children is wonderful people, because children know the law. And if you put children from all over the world together, you will see the law. But if you put people from all the world together, you have their clashing, ethnic clashing, religious clashing, this clashing. But the children are no religion, and them not no class, them not no color. You understand?
Children on the mountain top rise, oh, little far rise. Children up in Zion land cries, oh, little far rise. Children up in Zion land cries, oh, little far rise. Rastaman sing Lord's crown and
The drums in the music is the original instrument of the people who came across here as slaves. The drum is really what talks to you. The drum is really what ignites that Africanness in black people.
in a ulama.
The rest of movements is based upon a churchical order. Because you defend, if you deal with God, you have to deal with the church and your conscience. Because Rasta really is not a bad man, you know. Rasta is God man.
Praise ye the Lord. Praise him in the center of his power. Praise him for his mighty acts.
Most of Jamaican music and singers and musicians always go to church. And that's where the inspiration comes from also, from the church.
Funny, in my early days as a kid, I was raised in a church, and I couldn't snap my fingers to a reggae beat or even hum anything that sounds like a reggae beat. My parents would strictly say, no, it can't work. God doesn't listen to reggae. You can't. No, the Christians are using reggae as their base music to get their religious message across. Yeah, it came a long way from being an instrument or a tool of the devil to a stairway to heaven.
Jah! Rastafari, and it's the last of the first who lives and rules and reigns over all living things. Run it, my band.
When the church is at field, reggae music through the Rastafari influence did awaken the conscience and the consciousness of the minds and the mentality of the youth.
Yeah, like I say in one of my songs, music is the rod and we are Moses. The rod which strikes the rock. You know? So this rod now is striking the heart of the people, making true love flow.
We have the power to turn things around. For us to stand up when we fall to the ground. I say this with a smile.
certain youth now who really make some positive move. Take for instance Garnett Silk. A great guy. He's another ambassador to the reggae industry. Wow. The next couple of years, if everything and the Lord shine his light, see me, I just figure where the youth they're going history.
28-year-old entertainer Garnett Silk is dead. He and his 53-year-old mother, Dulce Gray, were burnt to death in her one-apartment house at Hatfield district near Mandeville. Since the incident, the Mandeville police and forensic experts have been working round the clock to find out just how Garnett Silk and his mother died.
The latest on that incident is that we have finally classified that as an accidental death as a result of a cylinder that exploded when it was hit by a round from a shotgun.
As news of the incident spread, scores of people converged on the burnt-out remains of the one-bedroom apartment house. I'm Robert Roy for JBC News.
Listen, my son, the prophets have come. Music is the rod and we are Moses today, leading God's children to the promised land.
This is what we call the dancehall reggae music. We welcome you all here inside the house with Leo. Every Thursday night, Jamboree, all courtesy of the Stone Lover crew.
All the contradictions meet at the dance hall. Through the eyes of the Jamaicans, the dance hall basically is somewhere you go and feel nice, you know. So you're working for little and nothing. And at the end of the week, the only way to release is to go to the dance hall.
Full again, the selector. We continue. Now we gonna announcement for Mr. Marley. So we call on Bob Marley Foundation people. This one is for you.
No sun will shine in my day today. The high yellow moon won't come out to play.
Bob was from Trenchtown. He expressed the ghetto, the Trenchtown, poor, depressed, spiritual people, because you know them say poor people closer to God, you know?
Nowhere is this love to be found. Oh, life must be somewhere to be found. Yeah. Instead of conquering the jungle, where the living is honest. Concrete jungle. Oh man, you've got to do your best, yeah.
I, my brother, him, we were the foundation in one little cot where Bob Marley used to come and burn pipe. Like we are burning pipe now.
Just a footstep around the corner.
Yeah, man. It's true.
More singers come from Trenchtown. You know, like boxers, cricketers, you know what I mean? So I figure there's some more that ghetto really gifted by God.
The ghetto is a part of me. The people in the ghetto is my inspiration. living in the ghetto among the people, it's like you don't have to go to the movie. You just stand at the gate and you just watch a real life movie. Because the way every Jamaican is an actor.
Girls, woman know what about the 3/4 never been told. It's like it is up in the 2-man soul. I could take something for them more than gold. Why some woman of today love to stole? I couldn't big pocket of people bill full. Why so much pulling on the local road? Let me tell you something, we don't name big up, you have the remedy for yourself to make the gold camera roll.
Each Jamaican has determined that he can make it. Everybody sits in the ghetto and dreams of a BMW and several gold chains and travel and flashy clothes and a following. And it's a dream that many of them have translated into reality.
In the slum, when the sufferation so hard and you know your mother and your father, your parents don't have it. It's not like you're living on the hill and your parents rich and you can go to school and get your lunch money, your school fee paid, and you can have a car pick you up from school and stuff like that. So you're comfortable. You have time to do what you want to do. Or you have time to be what you want to be. In the slum, time is limited. Sometimes you don't have food, so you have to find a way out. And music is the only way out for us. So you find everybody try to find. Some don't make it, some make it. That's how it works.
What Douglas there? Douglas, yeah, some I give him a fire. I would have a program.
Majority of my life is in the slum. Music took me out of the slum.
Ladies and gentlemen, people, this is the night you're waiting for. Star of documentary. Papa Son alongside Joe Lickshot. Since come the original silencer. Do you hear that? Come in, father, son. Respect.
Smile a while, girl child. Mercy me. That's how we're tuning tonight, am I right? And I must say, work in the morning time and work in the evening time. And we won't live until the sense of me done. Why? The Lord is my life and my salvation. I would have think the Father do from the creation. They make the best of the beast. How we the human, the land and the sea for the cultivation. They make the vegetable for the vegetarian. They send the sexy media as a medication. They cure the sickness and heal the nation. But it was discovered by a black man. Thrown on the grave of King Solomon. That's why they matter about ganja smoking wrong. And them don't ban craving near Mataran and Ratman. Should be smoked by all musician. They put you in a deep meditation. When we down and now take away motivation. And when you drink it in, see it make you healthy and strong. This guy not just not in the prescription. The best grade herb from Central. Me love to smoke it in a split. Me love to use it like a jam. I run it out of the arm just like a Roland. I use it for my skin like a body lotion. Cause the herb is a natural substance.
I honestly believe that without ganja and reggae music, this country would fall apart socially. I think that has really kept the lid on, and I think that the persecution and oppression of ganja is a laughable mistake. Because anybody who knows anything about ganja, the people who smoke ganja would understand that it tends to cool people down rather than heat them up.
The herb is healing for all mankind. It is a cleaning of the mind. The music is a cleaning of the mind to make the mind straight and conscious. It's a lesson. It's a teaching.
Well, ganja is important because the most Rastafarians use it as a kind of ritual in their everyday spirituality. You know, most Rastafarians smoke it because they feel like when you smoke it, it rises up your consciousness.
The real herb man, he know what it is for. Health, communication, as me say, as it is written. Herbs is for the service of man, and grass is for the cattle.
Bob is a symbol, the most visible symbol in our music. He is our true national hero. He is really a hero of the people, although he's not officially so. He may be the best known Jamaican in the world.
I remember when we just started to get really exposed on the international market. And then we would come home from tours. They wouldn't play his records in the clubs. They didn't play it on the radio. Nobody really cared too much about Bob Marley's music. I mean, because he was talking against what was happening in society. You know, he was saying to grow your hair, smoke weed. And Jamaica is kind of a conservative society. They don't like that. They don't want people to, they have a fear that everyone is gonna dreadlocks, smoke weed and don't go to work and the society will collapse.
To Jamaican people, Bob Marley was everything. I mean, he was like a father, a friend, a brother, just about everything to the people. Besides, people depend on this man's music. Sometimes you're feeling depressed and you put on a Bob Marley song and your sorrows are gone. All your questions are answered and you're uplifted. You know, it's just like a therapy.
Freddie got a job to do, and he's got to fulfill the mission. To see his heart is his greatest ambition. All in all, you see, I won. It's the fight against the Rasta man.
The soul that builds a world in great confusion. The person that's the devil's illusion. But the stone that the builder refused shall be the head cornerstone. And no matter what game they play, and we've got something they can never take away. We've got something they can never take
Bob was just starting to receive worldwide acclaim. And it was on the last tour, which was our biggest world tour ever. We had only done 3 shows when he fell ill. And on May 11, 1980, he passed away.
Only the birds have their wings. Hear the words of the Rastaman say. Babylon is rolled on down. Babylon is rolled on down. I say fly away home to Zion. Fly away home. One bright morning when my work is over, man will fly away home.
That was the most important day because that's when it really brought everybody home to who Bob was, what he was about. That's when people started to really check and read. You know, and even in schools now, children can tell you about Bob Marley. But now everybody knows. Everybody knows. Shit.
That's something that I never really speak a lot on because not much to say, you know? I mean, I don't pretend that he's not gone and he doesn't exist, but it's not a moment I like think about because it was a great loss for me. It was a great loss for me because maybe at the time I figured that we had so much more work to do and that probably his work wasn't completed. I found out now that my work wasn't completed, but his was.
Money came by life. Money came by life. Money came by life. Money came by life.
We are part of him, you understand? So we're connected. We are mother, the whole of our family connected because the root is strong. The whole of it is in some way like each other and know what each other is like. So the connection is strong, you understand?
Bob was a rebel, Peter was a super rebel. Peter was very militant, very unbending in his beliefs, but quite an easy guy to get close to. Quite easy if Peter liked you to visit him at his house and he would talk to you for hours on end and you didn't have to do much. But so extreme, he was very extreme in his views.
Peter was like a direct call to arms freedom fighter, in that way, and delivered a very strong messages, songs like Equal Rights, Apartheid. You know, Peter was one of the early people singers really singing on behalf of the people in South Africa. Peter wouldn't necessarily go around the corner to say anything. He would just say it straight. So as a result, Peter got into a lot of conflicts with the police and the powers that be because of his aggressive nature.
He fucking kicked the policeman, stick him up with a gun and said, you smoking herb, I'm arresting you. And he kicked the fucking pistol out of his hand and three of them hold him down and try to beat him and then beat the three of them and they sent for backup. And they overpowered him and kicked his ass. But at least he stood up to them, you know, so he's kind of a hero in a sense. The only person I ever know fighting up Jamaican police. I mean, in England, you hear them beating up the cops and kicking them and punching them because they don't carry weapons. But here, these men are armed and they will kill you.
If you wanna live, treat me good. If you wanna live, I beg you treat me good. I'm like a walking razor, don't you watch my size, I'm dangerous. Said I'm dangerous. I'm like a walking razor, don't you watch my size, I'm dangerous. Dangerous. If you are a bully, treat me good.
Now, he could have led a revolution, the kind of bravery Peter had. Yeah. Because him no fear nothing, you know? Stepping razor.
I'm like a stepping razor, don't you watch my size, I'm dangerous. Dangerous.
Reggae superstar Peter Tosh and another man known as Doctor were shot dead at the scene of the Millsboro Crescent home at about 8:30 p.m. last night. 5 other persons, including popular DJ Free Eye, were shot and wounded. According to the PIC, 3 gunmen traveling on motorcycles went to Tosh's residence and demanded money. Tosh and his guests were shot when they refused to comply with the demand.
Lord of mercy. Working, struggling, juggling, in this world. Ooh, baby, it sure takes a toll on me, yeah.
When we started out, we were one of the first live reggae groups. On our first US tour back in the 70s, in places like Seattle, Colorado, it was the first time they were going to see reggae live. So right now, reggae music has caused us to travel about 3/4 of the world. So we are ambassadors of reggae, you know? And in everything we try to do with the music, the lyrics, is to encourage better cooperation with people, you know?
Now that we found love, what are we gonna do with it? Now that we found love, what are we gonna do? Tell me what we gonna do. Listen. Let's give love a try. Yes, let Jah control your destiny. Over to yourselves, yes you do, to live in love and sweet harmony. What you're looking for. Yes, and now that I've got it right here in my hands, come on, let us share it all over the land. Oh, now that we found sweet love, oh yeah. You got to forgive, you got to forget. Let hate be your enemy.
Effective. Affordable advertising on Irene FM.
Tell her try your best just to make it quick. Go and tend to the sick. Cause there must be something she can do. This heart is broken in two. Tell her it's a case of emergency. There's a patient by the name of Gregory.
Well, them call me the cool ruler still, you know? Because I always maintain my cool still, you see it? So, and why I sing love songs? Because love songs get my interest towards music from early childhood. And furthermore, love song will William, because only love can conquer war.
Make it quick. All the pain is getting wild.
I don't know different scene, because I've never really come tell me. You have that in life too, a lot of jealousy in life, right? True, yeah. And people think the way they want to think, right? Hello? Hello? Yeah.
I don't want to see no doubt. I need attendance from my nurse around the clock.
All right, ding me back now. Cool, love.
You know, Gregory, I don't know if you want to do that. We asked everybody.
Hello? Hello? Man? Which one, junior or senior?
But there's no prescription for me. She's the one, the only remedy. Come on!
Time to call who? Okay, okay. Thank you, man. Yeah.
Gregory, we asked everybody. I don't know if you want to do Almost everybody in the club.
Hello? Good evening.
Make it quick. All the pain is getting well.
Nurse. Yeah, man. Not that I really couldn't have nothing now. I film a little documentary of these people here. From where you from again? Yeah, from here? Channel 4 in London. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Yeah.
You busy.
The deep core of the music, the spiritualness of the music, and then it come out. You have reggae, you have ska, you have this, and everything that's branching out. So what you call dancehall music, reggae music, is a branch off of the tree.
Well, I think Steely and Clevie might have been the first to actually be willing to chance taking computer programmed instruments into reggae music. The basic rhythm behind dancehall now, one of the main strong rhythms, actually comes from a rhythm they call the clave, which dates back to ancient times. This tap, tap, tap,
But it's an I drum same way, the style same way, the style of drum, you know. But if you don't use the actual drum in the music, you don't have that rhythmic force. Because if you just try to do the little synthesizer business, them don't really have that impact.
And with the advent of the electronic drums and the disco influence that came in too, but we still don't make it like disco. It still have all that rootsy stew, and then it create that high-tech sound mixed with the roots. It's like a new and old blended together, which is what dancehall is to me, because it has all the traditional rhythms in it, but very, very futuristic sounds and attitudes.
Tease me, tease me, tease me, tease me, baby, till I lose control. Tease me with your love until I lose control. Take over my body and soul, oh girl.
Hear me now, I will never forget the first time we kissed. It's like striking gold, catching a big fish. Yes, you are on top of my romance list. Second to none, you defeat the fear it too when you love. It's like burning fire on my soul. Woman, tease me till we lose control when you love. It's like burning fire on my soul. Woman, tease me till we lose control.
And even if my mind should resist, oh, yeah. Tease me, tease me, tease me, tease me, baby.
It's happening. A lot of people is going back and playing back some of the old rhythm or merging ska with something else, like we did with Tease Me. It's like a ska, rock and roll, reggae kind of feel.
Tease me, tease me, tease me.
Every night me go to sleep, me have wet dreams. Every night me go to sleep, me have wet dreams. Lie down, girl, let me push it up, lie down. Lie down, girl, let me push it up, lie down.
It's a landmark song. It's like it creates a certain amount of impact then, you know?
And the beauty.
So here's this guy going saying, wet dream. Hey, wet dream is a no-no, man, you know?
Yes, and the beauty with the song, from here, wet dream one time, you know it, and it link on. Even Max is singing it and you find yourself singing it, lie down, girl, make me push it up. So, you know.
Look how you big and fat, like a big, big shot. Throw all the punch you want to, I can it up, lie down. What me say? Lie down, girl, let me push it up, lie down. Lie down, girl, let me push it up, lie down. Huh. Lie down, girl, let me push it up, lie down. Lie down, girl, let me.
It's going to hit again now because what Max and myself decided to do, we heard about this beat that is creating storm in Europe, the jungle beat. We're going to use the original one and not sing it over, just sample the original one with the jungle beat on. I think it's going to hit again.
To you, we call him the man who first make his debut and taste his talent thing. And right about now he's here doing it large and famous all over the world. We feature Mr. King, Yellowman doing the thing, the track called Mother Over Me. So all of us put you on the big tune. I said pam pam. All man will love God pam pam.
Over me, them mad over me. Over me, them just mad over me. I one thing with them when they get hungry. This is what they say to me. I like my hot dog with what? Fresh Jamaican ketchup. I like my hot hamburger with what? Fresh Jamaican ketchup.
Well, Jamaican ketchup is the best ketchup in the whole world, you know. And it was a very, very popular advertisement in Jamaica, Grace Jamaican ketchup. So I used that and put in the song called Mad Over Me, you know, because all the girls love fish and chips and chicken.
And chips and almost anything else with chips. Macaroni, rice and peas, you'll lick your lips.
Pass the ketchup, please.
But Grace tomato ketchup.
Jamaican ketchup is a system where, you know what I mean, a man might have talk about, you know, man always a deal with sexual situation, you know what I mean? And it's more like a sex system behind it where film ketchup is like sperm, you understand?
You lick your lips, that's a ketchup. Grace Jamaican ketchup.
Slackness is we make love and if the lady get pregnant, it's baby, you know. Slackness bring everybody here. If it's so be the case, you know. So I don't call it slackness. It's entertainment, you know. People like to be entertained. I call slackness, what I call slackness is like that road want fix, you know, and then get money to fix it, and they don't fix it, you know. Water cut off without a reason. Light cut off without a reason. I call that slackness. We're trying to liberate what's going on also, you know. We're trying to bring things from behind closed door also, you know. So if they don't like what I'm talking, they don't listen, you know.
I was the first reggae listening, you know, because I started singing reggae with Bunny Lee, and that was in '63. In '64, I was awarded a Silver Cup as Jamaica Best Singer Female.
If I call out your name like a prayer in the night, would you leave me alone with my tears, knowing how I need you so? Would you stay, turn and go, or would this time be different? Would you stay? Don't go, baby, please stay.
You know, the slackness, we don't need it, because I find music business in Jamaica, it's like a schoolroom, and whatever you put out there on the air, the children picks it up.
Baby, please stay. Please stay.
1. Call me on the phone and make we have some fun. 809-764-321. Call me on the phone and make we have, you can dial my number. Call me any old time. 'Cause you don't need no reason.
We're talking about showbiz. People love the visual, they love glitter, and that excitement in our music, so that we make it presentable not just to the Jamaican audience, but to an international audience, so that we can get the airplay, because the whole idea is to sell records.
And every night before I go to sleep, I put that phone won't by my head, hoping and I wishing that a certain kind of ring will get me out of bed. If I don't pick up on the first swing, I pick up on the next. Nothing strange, you ain't got no change. You can call me collect, you can dial my number. Call me any old time, 'cause you don't need no reason. Any old season will be fine. I just love to listen when cultural music play. Culture is the winner. When you have Carlene Davis at the control, just because of this election, that's the band I play.
Definitely dancehall music is a package of everything, of a variety of every type of music, culture, reality, slackness. It's just you know, it's just you have to pick your choice, whatever, because you have a lot of audience out there for it.
One wheel, Dr. B. Come in, sir.
Rhythm track, road boy. Yeah, for real. Hydraulic shot, set it, skunk, Brian, solid crew, second. You know why I'm going to pick up Johnny Ringo? You know why? Watch this. Wait a minute. Watch here. You know how long me a travel in a truck back. I reach a dance every day from 3 o'clock. Me have to hold microphone and start chat. A DJ for him till on and soundbox. And every quarter when me get it up exact. It only good for a snack or a nightcap. Them say prentice DJ a riff rap. That's why them treat all of us like a foot mat. Cool no man make me touch in a me brain box. Make this and think we back. Member Clady must up get 52 shot. And them lick down pop over racetrack, and them get rid of Starkey and Feather Map. Them could not catch Tony Brown and George Flash. Remember when Portmore was a swampland? You never have no Kentucky and no Skateland. And everybody used to live over Britain. And over 4 rum pretty like a Windham. Them the days cause we never mention. You have to drive from ferry direction. I go find Gregory Park train station. Wait, Al Jamroll was the ocean. Remember when Mandela come a jam down and police kill a youth over stadium before that major worries get gunned down. That's why Spanish Town Courthouse spun down. Remember when Jamaica get color TV? Mega people did freaking show off. Them the days they you never.
If you listen to those lyrics, you know some of the anguish and some of the funny things that happened that people laughed about and some things that they cried about, and always in the background was the Rasta influence. And that Rasta influence is not as certainly visually obvious in these times. Now is a different time. Now is the time of the bald heads and the earrings and it's the cocaine days versus the ganja days. And, it's showing.
Well, this one called Down in the Ghetto, none other than the mighty bounty killer Cesar. Every day I got up, it's gun, shut a echo. None of mercy. Well, down in the ghetto where the poor now have a thing. And the politician is the guns them a bring. Hey, and the crack and the cock them a support the killing. Me check it out, the whole of them are the same thing. Down in the ghetto where the poor now have a thing. And the politician is the guns them a bring. Hey, and the crack and the cock them a support the killing. Me check it out, the whole of them are the same thing. My pocket is weak, my heart is willing. I want a pound of rice, but can't find a shilling. Can't buy the chicken back, much less the chicken. Turn left and right and his gunshot a fling. Everywhere me go is wicked song them a sing. No hear me no queens and hear me no kings. All over this world, local and foreign. Black and white, me now prejudice skin. Hear me Mr. Lou, Mr. Wang and Mr. Chin. To kill another man.
Now once in a while you listen to this tune, very attentively as we think 31 Freddie.
Who just want large? Super. Freddie, McGregor. I tell you. Reaching out to our lovers inside the house just want large.
Reggae music gave Jamaica a kind of limelight in the world. That we see now Jamaica is actually colonizing other countries culturally.
I tell you. Just don't wanna be lonely. Yeah.
It's surprising really from such a small country the music has taken on throughout the world. Jamaica is a multiracial society. I think the music has pulled from all different forms and cultures. As our motto says, out of many one people.
Yeah. When you're gone, so when you're gone, our nourishment is going on. I don't mind when our Likkle of massive speed.
Give it to it. Heart to hunger. Heart to hunger. Heart to hunger. Heart to hunger. Heart to hunger.
Reggae music is a continuous music which never dies. But when you really check it out, we're not going, we're not leaving. We're staying. That's what reggae music is doing. Staying. So that's where we're going, we're staying.
You are a part of my life tonight. You are a part of my life tonight. You are a part of my life tonight. Oh, you are a part of my life tonight. I gave you my love. I gave you my heart. You my love, you my life, anything. You are a part of my life tonight. You are a part of my life tonight. Well, I remember different times of